Welcome. Another episode, another evening, another audio and visual adventure. We are Hits and Hoops. My name is Dixon Luna, fresh cut, but Tyler will tell you I look exactly the same with any haircut, right?
Yes, sir. What's good, Chicho? How we doing?
I'm good, bro. How are you?
Good. You know what one of your uh like another nickname that you should have on top of the laundry list of nicknames you have now?
Another
You should,
alias?
no. Like we have, do you want me to go through all of your nicknames?
Nah.
How many you got? Uh, you know, just the main three: Chicho,
Yeah.
Moon Man.
Yeah.
So on this list, the guy from Game of Thrones, the man with many faces. Like that's
Oh,
another one. Because you
I
could have
like
a
that.
beard but look exactly the same if you're clean shaved, which makes no sense. I shaved my mustache, I look like a different family.
It's over.
Yeah,
People start judging you, people get mad at you.
yeah. But no, man, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy. I'm glad we finally got to do this.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Quite a exciting weekend. Where are we at now? Week 5?
Week 5, about to go into week 6.
Man, years been flying. Years been flying. But let's start it off with, the hometown heroes. Miami Dolphins versus the Giants. They stomped them, you know. They did what they had to do, but I really wanted to ask you. I know it's still early in the season, but just based off what you've seen, based off this 5 weeks, is this the best offense you have ever seen? Ever?
Yeah, it is. It
Wow.
is. It's
Wow.
it's only like you said. It's very early in the season, and what was it, mid court through mid third quarter? They had a stat go up that we passed the 99 2000 Rams for best offense through 5 weeks. Now it's literally saying yes, this is the best offense
Statistically.
typically of all time.
Right.
Um, I heard a couple stats that we have the most 10-yard plays, the most 20 plus yard plays,
Mm.
uh, and the most points. And I mean that's just the start of it. So it is literally the best. Even take the logo off. It's the best offense through 5 weeks of all time.
Right.
Now that's
Right.
5 week. We gotta add that in there. Now if they do it the whole season, then okay, we can
If
wear
they
the.
keep up this pace all season, then yeah, they'll be undoubtedly.
And I mean, last year we did start off. I mean, Tyreek was on pace for like
Wasn't
20.
this though?
No, it wasn't this though. It was the whole team. It's the whole team right now. But
Yeah.
one I will say, because we are riding on a high right now, we did get our brakes blown out by last week. We got punched in the grill. So to bounce back like this, and we did shoot ourselves in the foot quite a bit. Uh, Honestly, we could have blown them out by even a lot more.
Dude, that's one thing I wanted to mention. That was the most impressive thing for me. We gave up a pick six, not only a pick six, 100-yard pick six, and a fumble loss, and we were still up by
And,
7.
and a pick on our side of the field. So two picks.
Like, like, right. Like and you saw them. They were joking, they were laughing, they were having a good time. So I'm like, man, this team, you know what it reminded me of? The Warriors in 2016-17. They got so good.
Don't do that, Dixon. Don't
No,
do
but
that.
they got so good that they started fucking around during the game, would make mistakes and still win. This is the NFL where you make a mistake, the game's over. They made multiple mistakes, back to back mistakes, and they were still winning. They never not led all games. So to me, that was the most impressive part. The fact that we made mistakes and we shrugged it off like it was nothing.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, yeah. I mean, it was a dominant game. The game it was closer than it should have been. They only had
Exactly.
three field goals off, offensive points for 3 field goals. That was it. Um, Held them to 9. We did what we had to do, and we knocked Danny Dimes out of the game. He got whiplash. That's what it was. He was like,
Yeah.
And
How
every time
about
I see him, I think of Jim Carrey. Every time I see him, yeah, he looks
why?
like a young Jim Carrey, but like a drawing of Jim Carrey. That's what he looks like.
See, now I can never look at him the same.
Yeah, it messed me up. So you're welcome.
Jesus. And what about the G-men? Like, what happened? They were just a playoff team last year, and they got all the same players. So, what happened? Why are they so bad this year?
I really I really don't know. I think it. I mean, obviously, if you're letting teams stomp on you on defense, that's got a lot to do with it. That has to be an issue. But I notice is like their offense revolves so much around Saquon. He just changes their whole. Their, he's such a big threat, and he
Yeah,
makes times better. You know, the
he's
cover.
really like the key to that offense.
Yeah, I mean, and you know my feeling about Waller. I never the whole rave about him. I never believed he hadn't done it in 2 years.
Ironically, this was his best game versus us
I
all
mean,
year.
Miami always has like that one player is the first pick, their first sack, their first touch. It's always something like that.
Yeah,
Always, every game. It's incredible. It's like
always giving these guys fucking stat lines and shit. But I wanted to cover the next game. My homeboy Patrick Mahomes, the Chiefs, took care versus the Vikings, but it wasn't easy. Wasn't pretty at all. Um, what I wanted to ask you, what I wanted to specifically talk about, are you concerned at all about the Chiefs this year? Because that offense doesn't look right. I mean, it's obvious. It just doesn't look right compared to what it was. It doesn't look good. I mean, the defense and the running game, now that's really good. That's better than it's been. But the offense in general, what do you think about it? What do you think they could make it? What's going on with them?
so. I think the Chiefs is a different version of the Chiefs. The main
Mm,
that they don't have now, and something we're so used to seeing with that team, is those explosion plays. Those plays
yes.
that Miami make, the plays that the Eagles make, the plays that the Bills make, those explosive plays, that they don't have that anymore. Unless it's Pacheco running, 10, 15, 20, 30 plus yard touchdown. That's the only main explosive plays because they have guys that can catch the ball, but they don't make those
Right.
yeah, you know what I mean?
Right. Right.
I think they're taking more of an approach, kind of killing the clock and kind of having the ball longer, kind of dragging out the offense more because even Patrick, I think I saw it last night or 2 nights ago that he's third in quarterback yards. He was never up there. I mean, it's not a tremendous amount. There's quite a bit of a difference
And Russian.
in rushing, yeah.
Yeah, I saw that same stat. Yeah.
Okay, so there's quite a bit of a difference from 1 to 3, and he's three. But for
He
him,
was never top
oh, he was never that.
three. Yeah.
So I mean, if there's still a lot of motion. There's still a lot of play action. It's very Kelsey happy. So it's still a version of that offense. It's just they're missing that one factor they had always with explosive plays, pretty much.
But do you think that this team can win a Super Bowl? Do you, because what you're telling me now is giving me like Brady New England vibes. Like, yeah, they could have Randy Moss in the most explosive offense of all time, and then they could go right back and score 10 points in a Super Bowl and still win. So are we seeing Mahomes able to do that now? You think he'll be able to complete the task with this team?
As of right now, if I had to bet, I would say yes. But it's a long season. Like we've already seen Mahomes kind of get clipped up on a small injury. He did come back in. He's an animal. I don't know if you saw the Netflix doc with him, Cousins, and Mariota.
Nah, I heard it was really good though
Oh,
from
watch,
multiple people.
yeah, watch that, dude. The Mariota thing fizzles out, but yeah, definitely watch it. I know you don't watch football docs, but watch that. But
Yeah.
I think that they have the front office, they have the playmakers on offense and defense when it comes to Mahomes, Chris Jones. I think they can. I think it's going to be a lot different because they're not so much in a shootout anymore. It's
Yeah,
more of keep the opposing team low. I mean, the opposing team had 20 points this past game. First game was 21. I mean, they're keeping teams lower. So I think they can. Well, what do you think? It doesn't sound like you do.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Kansas City fans all across the nation, y'all not winning it this year. Y'all not winning it this year. This ain't it. This offense ain't it. You don't have a one receiver. You don't have a number one receiver. Even Tom Brady always either had an Edelman or an Amendola. And we're not talking about the tight end because I'm gonna talk about him. Don't worry. We're gonna talk about him. But I don't think the Chiefs get it done this year. I don't think they got what it takes. I think Mahomes is great enough to get out of the AFC, but I don't think he's beating Philadelphia again. And I don't think he's beating 49ers. So maybe he'll be able to get out the AFC, but do I think he's going to be able to overcome everything and beat one of those great NFC teams that we're seeing? I just don't see it, man. It's looking they're not as dominant as they've previously been, but they're still winning. So it's hard to judge, but I think apart from all of that stuff, the number one reason they won't win this year is Taylor Swift.
All right, wait, before you get into that, I got a question to ask you because, oh my God, I can't. Okay. Do you think, now, what if I tell you this, that the great quarterbacks give names to the receiver? So when you say, wait, if I'm talking about the last year season, right? Super Bowl, who was one of the stars? Kadarius Toney, right?
Yeah,
He made a name. Pat made his name.
he did.
Could that not be something that we
Did that
see?
not happen again?
Like another example I said think of is Demaryius Thomas. When Peyton got there is when he became Demaryius Thomas.
Yeah.
Before, I mean, they were scrounging for quarterbacks.
He made Eric Decker. He made Julius Thomas. Yeah, no, you could be right. You could be right. And I see they do got a few, promising receivers, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. You know what I'm saying? I know they're like playing like a 7-man receiver rotation. Like they're really experimenting, trying to figure it out. You want to talk about my ex now?
All right. I'm gonna let you go first because go ahead. Because I'm a lot of toxic stuff about to come out of my mouth. Go ahead.
All right, so like I said, the number one reason the Chiefs won't win the Super Bowl this year is Taylor Swift. The number one reason why Travis Kelce will and is having the worst season of his career is Taylor Swift. The reason that Travis Kelce was able to stay healthy free all his career and just all of a sudden started getting injured on a game by game basis is Taylor Swift. I know these things. This isn't something that can be proven. This is an energy thing. This is a football gods thing.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And I just want to know how much was the contract between Taylor Swift and the NFL? I mean, we
Oh,
know it's in the millions, but how much was that contract? I really want to know because it has to be upwards of 10 million, for a one season contract. Hey, Dave Kelce, go to the games. We're going to put you on the IG. We're going to put you everywhere. That contract must have been nice.
you're so you're you're telling me because he's with T Swift, he wasn't getting any all those other years. I don't know if you remember, but this guy was on a reality show. What was it, like catching
But it
Kelce?
wasn't this, bro. This has been a fucking clown show circus, dog. I've never seen the NFL bend the knee for anyone.
Yeah,
Not
it makes
even
me,
Kaepernick. No pun intended.
it
But
makes me
now this lanky ass slender man looking like now this is the one. They look weak. They look fool.
no, I hate the coverage on it. I'm kind of glad it kind of went down. During the Minnesota game, there was I think she had a Minnesota jersey on, and they put her on camera. She had the 89 with the Swifty on. It said Swifty as the name. It's like this is getting ridiculous. You're just putting this person because they have this jersey on.
They had a Vikings jersey that said Swifty on it.
Yeah, 89, number 89 for her album. I don't know her music like that. If I heard it, I'd be like, okay. But this Swifty thing it's incredible. It's disgusting if you want to be
It's
honest.
overkill.
It's like the memes are funny and the internet makes it funny, but in reality, it's like, yo, this is I know you can like an artist and connect with an artist, I understand, but like who they're dating and you're getting mad or happy or like making it a thing, like
Yeah.
it's it's crazy. It's
And like
disgusting.
I said, from a business point, it's excellent. Like it's boosted female viewership over 60%. It's boosted Travis Kelsey's jerseys over 400%. But from a brand identity point, it's as men, as football fans, we hate it. It's taken away from the game. Is really what it's doing. It's taken away from what's going on in between the lines. And the NFL has always focus so much. Let's keep it about the game. The NBA, no, they'll invite celebrities through. They'll encourage their players to date celebrities, but the NFL's never done this. So to see them bend the knee like that, I just want to know how much was the contract?
Wait. Has she ever done halftime show? No, right?
Nah. And
Maybe
supposedly Usher's gonna do it this year, but
maybe the following year, a couple of years. I just I don't mind one cutaway. Hey, Taylor Swift.
that's what I'm saying. And I don't care that y'all are dating. I like that couple. They're a good looking couple. It's cool.
Give me
But this
two. Give me two cutaways. That's it. But when we're talking, we're in the teens. Relax,
we're in the teens.
relax. Come on.
Bro, I heard that they cut off Isaiah Pacheco's touchdown celebration to show her stupid ass fucking celebrating.
What?
What we doing, dog?
Yeah, you fucking up the
That
game.
man worked his whole life to get in that end zone and celebrate, and you gonna cut to her? Shit is kind of ugly right now.
Yeah.
And she didn't go to the Minnesota game.
I mean, not that I mean, I don't think so. I mean, not that I
You would have known for
Yeah,
sure if you were watching that game.
yeah, I would have known. I would have definitely known.
And then I've heard crazy conspiracies. I mean, shout out Joe Budden, but man, what if this is all some grand scheme? What if the refs are calling the game a certain way if she's there, guaranteeing that they'll win? I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just
That
saying.
I don't no. Shut.
What if
That
this is all some grand scheme to make her perform at the Super Bowl? I don't know, but there's more than meets the
a
eye.
world tour. You think she gives a fuck about a Super Bowl right now? On a world tour? Fuck out of here. Come on.
There's more than meets the eye that just fucking cute dating.
They
There's
can
too rich, too powerful.
they can have a relationship, just like, you know, Usher. I'm sure he has some sort of relationship with the NFL right now to perform. This could be okay, grand scheme of things. I don't think about changing rules and fixing games. Like, I don't
I
know if
think
it's that.
Jets fans will tell you differently.
Ah, I mean, all right. But maybe down the road, like, we'll do a Super Bowl in 2025, that type of deal.
Yeah.
No, I don't think that. She's not trying to bring aliens to the game or something. You know what I mean? It's nothing like that.
Yeah. I mean, she didn't go to the last game, so maybe the NFL started hearing some of the backlash and maybe they'll control it a little more because man, for a while there it was getting out of hand.
I just thought it was also funny at the Sunday night game when they were showing her and your boy Deadpool right next to her, and they didn't say nothing about him. The
They got
exact
Deadpool and Wolverine right next to each other, and they don't exist. They just nobodies.
Yeah, I thought that was funny. I thought that was really funny.
But like, yeah, and I think it is affecting Travis. I think these things do affect players. They're humans. I think that these off the field things they do affect somewhat the performance, or they can.
It can be a distraction, yeah.
So the next game I wanted to cover was the beatdown, the demolition of Dak Prescott and the Cowboys by the 49ers. And that performance really made me sit there and think, apart from Super Bowl wins, like, let's say we're just talking about the regular season. This 49ers team could damn near be a dynasty, a regular season dynasty, if that makes sense, because they've been really dominant for a couple years now.
Right now, they look like the rest of the league. They look like they don't have an inch of their armor. There's no penetration on their armor. Um, really, really, I think the only thing that can hurt this team is injury.
That's it.
That's really it. Because this is the, damn near perfect team.
This is the best team in the NFL, hands down.
Yeah, yeah. They're in the first tier, I would say, by themselves, and then it's tier 2 with a couple other guys.
And it's
But
not even just their talent, it's their mentality. I think that's what separates them. They play smash mouth. Their offensive players play smash mouth football.
very physical football, yeah. I just don't see a weakness. So let me ask you this: is Purdy good?
Ah, man.
Hey, because he looks pretty good. Purdy
Yo,
good.
I can't hate no more, dog. Like,
Oh, you can't.
he's him, bro. I can't. I just can't anymore. Like, all right, I want him to make a tight pocket window. He makes the tight pocket window. All right, I want him to deal with pressure. He deals with it. All right, I want him to deal with adversity. He dealt with it. The man has not lost a single game that he started from beginning to end.
That's amazing.
That's not a coincidence. That's the first 5 games. Cool. Coincidence. Yep. When you go from one season to another season and continue a streak, it's not a coincidence no more. That's just what it is. And I'm not going to say he's never going to lose a game in his life. Come on now. It's not realistic. But the kid is just, and it's really phenomenal to watch because he's not even throwing it hard. He's not even throwing the ball hard.
Nope.
He's throwing the ball like we had a baby shower. Like, oh man, it's like the perfect combination of play calling and quarterback play. That marriage, I totally understand the Trey Lance thing now. And I was a huge skeptic on that, but how could you not? Like, the dude he hasn't lost.
That's the only thing that's going to hurt that team. But what do you think about the note, like that narrative that if Mac Jones was in this system, he would look like Purdy? Because I don't believe so.
I don't believe so because we did see Trey Lance. It was short. It was limited. We did see Trey Lance in that offense. It looked nothing like that. No. Even the person that executed this offense to a level where it got them to a Super Bowl did not execute. Wait, I'm talking about Jimmy G. Did not execute the offense like this. Like, damn, that kid's been balling, dog.
Yeah, it's undeniable. You gotta. I'm glad you gave him his flowers because he's just doing.
I can't just be a hater for no reason. Just because he got a dorky face. Like, I can't.
I mean, he wouldn't set the world on fire maybe on another team or whatever, but the team that he's at, the team that we have to worry about him at, he's killing it. He's killing it.
Yo, you know who he reminds me of? Did you ever watch the Hunger Games?
Yeah.
Peter.
Really?
Yeah. Like the kid that is like underestimated, kind of quiet, kind of humble, but in the end he won. That's who he reminds me of. That he's giving me big Peter vibes from Game of Thrones. And I think it's Peter without the R. Peter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ain't no Family Guy.
Right. Peter.
Yeah, exactly. But what do you think about the Niners team? I mean, they have to, like, let's just go based off. I mean, dude, ever since they've been in went to the Super Bowl, they've been a great regular season team.
Yeah, I mean, when they lost to the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, I mean, Jimmy G did his thing, but it was that one throw he overthrew, and that's what blew the
Yeah.
game. That
Yeah.
was the closest that Shanahan has gotten. Um, they've evolved. They've gotten more pieces, developed pieces. They
Drafted really well.
drafted super well. They pick up the right players. They pick up a player with a certain mentality. You talk about the defense earlier. You don't just pick up players that all can, hit you with a hit stick every single time. That's
Yeah.
not that. It's like when you go to Baltimore, they have a certain
It's
type
a
of.
culture thing.
It's a culture thing. You get a
Yeah.
certain type of players, and they're attracted to those type of players. I mean, they just have done everything well. It's really it. They've developed well. They've drafted well. They've game planned, insane. They're Mike, shout out Mike McDaniel. Like, we got all that stuff from Shanahan. We
Yeah.
could see it every Sunday, and it's just a different version of that. And
It's just a
how,
different version now.
how fun is that? I mean, to put and then the whole team, just the complete team is to God mode right now. But it's week 5.
I heard
Someone
someone say, like, man, are they peaking too early?
right, someone is going to go down, and they might lose one. They might lose 2 in a row. They might not.
Because we know the NFL. The NFL, it's all about who gets the momentum toward the end of the year. Who we've seen it so many times, whether it was the Bengals, whether it was Tom Brady's Bucks, like those teams that around week 8 start going crazy. That's usually the ones that make the Super Bowl run. So we'll see, man. But so far, I mean, dominating performance. But let's not cut the Cowboys any slack, please, please. Any moment I have to shit on the Dallas Cowboys, I'm taking full advantage. Let's have an honest conversation about Dak Prescott. Let's have a real conversation about Dak Prescott. How good is he really? Because the more that I see, the more that I start to think about it, I'm like, oh, you had a phenomenal rookie year because no one was expecting you. No one was game planning for you. You had the best O-line in the game and you had the best running back in the game. Once you lost those two things, you've looked mediocre at best. How good is Dak Prescott? Really, though. Really, though.
Before I answer that, let me just remind you, they played the best defense in the league, the best linebacker in the league, who bullies people week to week. So I don't know if it's that, because not too many players look good against that defense. But I think they exposed him for kind of more of what he is, rather than the high yards, high touchdowns. He's a mid-level quarterback. It's just
That's
what it
it.
is.
But,
Got
man,
the star on your helmet, you look a lot different. It's
but
just what
those
it is.
first 2 years, he was in mid-level. He was
Yeah, but
elite.
I think that was the window for them. They had
Yes.
they
Yes.
had every offensive lineman was really good. They had
Yes.
young Dez, they had young Zeke. They paid him nothing. That's what it was. They fell out of the window. The guys got old. People left. People came. They drafted CD. That worked out. They drafted Pollard. I don't think he's as good as he was last year as of right now. I mean, I don't think he's as good. I really don't.
I think you might be right. I
He-
think that was actually,
It was
yeah,
that.
I think that bro, that rookie year was special. Like they could have won the Super Bowl. That's how special them two were. And man, I think you're right. That's heartbreaking.
The middle
Um,
40 years.
yeah,
Just
y'all
say.
need to fire McCarthy, Dak Prescott, Jerry Jones, fucking clean house, start over. Whatever.
Jerry Jones fired himself.
What do they do on Succession? Board of directors vote the CEO out, whatever. Do something.
Like that.
Please do something. Um, is there any other games you wanted to discuss? That's all I had for now on the list.
Really quick, going back to I forgot to mention this when we were talking about Kansas City with the Vikings, them being 1-4 now, and all their games being super close scoring. I don't think it's as much as Kirk Cousins' fault, because he does throw a tremendous amount of checkdowns, which would drive me nuts if he was my quarterback.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of it is with the defense. I think because I remember when Flo was on the Dolphins as the coordinator, it took a few weeks for that defense to actually gel and start working. Because I think as of last week, they were first in blitzing. I think about 80% of the plays they were blitz plays. I just don't think their talent is good enough. And the
No.
last year, them doing so well, and we got to give them some sort of credit because they did win close games. Like that is a team trait, which is a
Yeah.
good trait, a clutch trait. This year they're on the opposite side of a lot of those games now, so they kind of look like dog shit almost. But I mean, if they go in the right direction, I think that team could be good. I just think a lot of their players and a lot of their coaching staff is new, so it's
Yeah,
still
for sure.
they kind of jumped a little bit ahead last year in the rebuild, and now they're kind of sliding back a little bit.
And now Jefferson's going to be gone for a while. I mean, we know that's the key to the offense. Just like what
Yeah.
Barkley is to the Giants, Jefferson is to them. So, yeah, it's going to be rough. It's going to be a rough season for them for sure.
And another thing I wanted to just add, I don't know how many Thursday night football games you watch. I have a six people, talking now, like in their show, and yeah, it's Tony
It's not
Gonzalez.
just two
No, man, these guys got 5 or 6 people on talking about football now.
commentating the game as it plays.
Oh, not as it plays, but the show, like the pre-show, the halftime.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They usually have a crew. Yeah.
Yeah, but 5 or 6 is a lot. I mean, let's talk, not just say a sentence. Um,
Right.
Andrew Whitworth's suit hoodie, yo, enough is enough. It's always the same. It never moves.
Oh man. Boy got a generic ass fucking outfit.
Yo, I just can't believe it. It's like, yo, the same thing every. It's okay to put a suit on. It's all right.
The suit has a hoodie. The suit has a hoodie?
Yeah. No, there's a hoodie underneath his jacket.
Oh, he's trying to do some like casual, formal, like fresh type shit, but it's not. It's not connecting.
Uh,
Oh man, you gonna have to send me a picture of that, bro.
yeah, I will.
So that was it for our football talk for today. I mean, unless you had something else, did you have anything else?
No, I didn't really have anything else.
All right, cool. We're gonna take a little break and then
I don't know if you saw Richardson's out for what, like a month. It
yeah,
stinks. Yeah, it stinks.
yeah, he gonna learn.
We just talked
Um,
about it too. It's like his play style kind of put
huh?
him. We just talked about that. His play style would put him in
And
jeopardy.
it's crazy because that's one of the most athletic quarterbacks to have ever lived, and he can't. I mean, even his body can't withstand the NFL beating. So man, it's real out there.
Yeah, but no, that's it for me.
All right, for sure. We're gonna take a little break and then we're back with some hoop talk.
How you like in 2K? I heard some critiques about it.
It's really good. I think.
It's really good.
I mean, yeah, it's always gonna be really good.
Okay.
I just actually let me rewind that.
Yeah, because the way you're saying when you say, "Oh, it was
No, because
like," no, it doesn't sound like
I
that.
thought about it. Ask me again.
Hey, Dixon, how do you like 2K? The new one, 2K24.
It's like, bro, obviously the gameplay's fucking phenomenal, but like the little shit like the badges, they fucked all that up.
And what they do? Because I haven't played it yet.
The
That's
problem with 2K, the same thing that makes them great is the same thing that could fuck them over. They're like the iPhone. Like every year, no matter what, they're gonna try to change something. Even if it's shit that works, they're gonna they're gonna change it. So I've noticed that with 2K, like, oh, it doesn't matter if people love something, they're gonna change it. So now with the badges, it's weird. It's like you don't pick them anymore. You gain badges based on your play style. But
oh,
there's so many of them that it's hard to really even keep up with which badges, and then you have to like level the badges up based on your performance. I don't know. It's just kind of been a mess. But
How does the gameplay feel? Like does it feel? The thing is I look for the improvement, like not really regression. Like, did the gameplay improve?
I think the game's regressed for the past 2 years.
To
Yeah. I think the last two Ks it's regressed in terms of like the whole experience. The gameplay this year, the shooting's like fucking super hard.
really?
Welcome back. Welcome back. A little quick short break. Hope y'all didn't miss us too much. Yo, let's get into some hoops, man. Finally, this shit kicked off. We haven't talked about this since the whole trade news broke, so I'm not gonna spend too much time. We know the trades, we know what happened. As a Miami Heat fan, I'm heartbroken, I'm devastated, I'm disappointed, I'm let down. As an NBA fan, I'm excited, I'm thrilled. I can't wait to see how they look. But let's break it down, man. Dame Lillard to the Bucks, Jrue Holiday to the Celtics. What do you think?
First off, the trade. I think the Suns got fleeced. Um, I think Milwaukee obviously got better. I mean, it's
Hmm.
Dame. You feel me? That's going to be one of the best pick and rolls. I mean, the range he's going to be able
Oh
to
man.
roll half court, and you're going to be worried him shooting a three from half court.
Hey, guess what, Tyler? No more wall. No more wall versus Giannis.
Nah,
Can't do that no more.
nope. You'll have to
Ooh.
double Dame or double Giannis.
Pick your
And I'll take
poison.
1-on-1 with those guys. I'll take them over a lot of guys in the league with the most of them.
They taken almost everyone one on
So
one. No.
from that aspect, great. I think it was dumb for the Blazers to get Jrue. I know Jrue had to be in it, but for them just to flip him and the assets they got back were okay. Like I think
They're
I think
rebuilding. They want to get as many picks as possible.
Brogdon has been injured his whole All-Star career. He's not Brogdon he was with Indiana, and he got hurt again last playoff. Robert Williams, same thing. He gets hurt all the time. Chances
Yeah.
are he's going to be hurt again.
Yeah.
They got two injured players and a couple draft picks, which are going to be high because it's Boston. Like they're going to be good as long as Tatum and Brown are there. They're going
Yeah.
to be good. So they're going to be bad picks anyway. So I just think, and then as a Miami fan, I was pissed, bro. And I really, really think it was teams don't want to trade with Miami. That's what I think it is. They don't want to deal with Miami because they don't want to make us better. It's an anti-Miami thing. I'm telling you, that's what it has to be.
That's what it feels like.
What it has to
It feels
be.
like the Blazers purposely took a worse trade just not to deal with Miami. Why? Why? What did we do to fucking what the fuck did we do to Portland?
It's a Miami thing. It's teams don't want to make us better. We've been to the last three Eastern conferences. We've been to two finals.
Yeah, but
They're
the
not,
way we did it is respectable. It's hard work. It's culture. Like, how could you hate on that?
dude, a lot of people hate on this shit. Oh, we don't make them better. That's why I don't know if you've noticed in the past 20 years. That's why when players come and then they leave and they get paid, they're not the same player.
Yeah,
Tyler Johnson, Richardson, Winslow, um,
Beasley,
Waiters. I mean, come on,
Shaq.
dude. I mean, the list goes on and on. We make people look good. They get paid. Derrick Jones Jr. Like he's been on three teams since he was on the Heat.
Yeah,
And it's just I hate it. But as a Heat fan, it sucked. I really was hoping, I really like Hero, I really do. But when you could get Dame, yo man, it's nothing personal.
I would give up Bam for Dame. I would give up anyone for Dame, not named Jimmy Butler or Eric Spoelstra.
I mean, we give a Bam, we have a huge hole in the front court. Like we
I'm
have
just
no.
saying, like, that's how great of a player. That's how great of a player he is. But You gotta tell me what the Miami Heat's doing. You're telling me that we lost two out of our four best players in Gabe Vincent and Strus. Maybe not two of our four best players, but two key pivotal pieces in that championship run.
Yeah, yeah.
Who replaced this? Who replaced them? Who's replacing them? Because I don't. Who
So,
replaced them?
in my opinion, I think Jovic gets a bigger role, like definitely a bigger role, especially after this summer. And I think they have high hopes with the rookie. Like I'm hearing a lot of really good things. I mean, yeah. I would love to tell you someone like gonna come off the bench and just crush.
Yeah,
But Hero's gonna be there, and it's just gonna be is what it is. Like Hero's probably gonna have to run more point, which I'm not mad at. But
so do you think we take a step forward, back, or be around the same?
shit, I would love to tell you around the same, go to the finals again
Yeah.
and compete, but Boston got better. Like I was so pissed off that Drew Holiday went to Boston.
Mm,
I was so I think highly of Drew Holiday, so high of him.
very.
Defense, what he did in his finals run. But man, that sucks for a Heat fan. For Boston fan, that's awesome. I would have loved Drew Holiday. I know we were on his list.
We're on everyone's list, but don't get nobody. Shit's mad annoying.
There's something behind it. It has to be something behind it.
Pat Riley, you ain't as sharp as you once was. You ain't as convincing as you once was. Must be something like that. I don't know. But shit's annoying, bro. I mean, we should be able to land at least one solid player each offseason. It's fucking Miami. It's Heat. It's not the Dolphins. It's the Miami Heat. Culture, championships, Wade, Braun, Spoelstra. We can't get one all-star here? Come on, dog.
Now
But
let me ask you this though. What if Hero goes out and they trade him for the trade deadline or something of that magnitude, like an all-star? And the dump that Hero was, that he got taken on him is incredible. Everybody loves Maxi, right? But let me tell you something. Hero's a better player than Maxi. He's just not as fast and not as wide. That's it.
I think if Hero wouldn't have injured his hand, he would have really got to show everyone exactly
Yeah.
who he was. It would have been the bubble part two.
This year,
But
yeah, he's playing like that.
yeah, he's like that. He's him. I mean, then like I said, it's a mentality thing. He's someone that when he sees that bright light, he runs toward it. He doesn't run away from it. He
Yeah,
runs toward it. He wants to hit the shot. He wants the ball. He wants the trash talk. He's like that. I'm excited for him for sure.
yeah.
And let's just see. I mean, it's unproven. The two young guys, the rookie and Jovic, but um, I'm excited. I mean, let's see how it looks. I like that we got Richardson back just on some OG shit.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they'll probably make him better than what he has been. And another thing, like during the playoff run, people say, "Oh, we were better without Hero." The way Spo coaches, if you're not playing good, your ass is on the bench. It don't matter what your salary is. So I do believe Gabe Vincent and Strus playing at another level, and Martin playing at another level. If Hero wasn't playing well, he wouldn't have been out there. Those guys would have.
I never believed that we were better without him. Like, no, I saw so many offensive possessions where Jimmy Butler had to do every single thing, and he was too tired many times to do it. You give the ball to Bam, he's just gonna pass it right back out. So so even though we made it to the finals, I think we missed him, honestly,
Yeah.
in that run.
By the end, we were just grasping for points.
Exactly.
That's
Maybe we were better in one or two series, but overall, needed the kid, man.
yeah,
But let me ask you, so who do you think is better now between Boston and Milwaukee?
Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
their size. I mean, I know. There's a stat that shows that Damion Lillard's like he's on the bottom of the league for defense, and like defense efficiency and stuff.
Yeah.
But when you have Brook Lopez and Giannis behind you, defensive player of the year at their own right, that a lot of that stuff gets scrubbed because that player is not going to want to drive past you. They're going to want to hit a midi or hit from three if it's a one-on-one situation.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah, they'll
think
definitely.
that's going to be scrubbed, but I think they're going to be better. I mean, we see it year after year with Boston compared to Boston. I think Jalen kind of gets he gets a very streaky in the playoffs. You know, he can have a 40-point game, but he could also have a 3 for 20 type game.
Yeah.
And it all lands on Tatum. Like, I mean, it revolves around Tatum. His consistency, how good he's so good. I watch them play the Heat, him play the Heat. It's like, man, I wish I had a player like that on my team. It's
Dude is a
incredible.
bucket.
So incredible.
Dude is a shot maker, tough shot maker, so fucking smooth too.
The way he can drive the lane. I mean, how big he is, how wide he is.
His
I
handle.
I remember watching him at Duke and never thought he would be this. Never thought he would be this.
Nah, hell no. Yeah, I agree. I think Milwaukee's clearly the favorites in the East. Clearly.
Why,
And I really want, huh?
why is why aren't the Nuggets being talked about at all? They just won the
Because
championship.
it's fucking Denver, bro. It's just certain,
Milwaukee. What are you talking about?
but they got Giannis.
But they got Joker. What are we
But
talking?
Joker fucking acts like he don't even like playing basketball. So why would the NBA give him any coverage? I wouldn't. You about to be the NBA champ and act like you don't care about my sport? Nah, we ain't. We ain't talking about you. We ain't talking about you. I mean, bro, it sucks, but it's for real. Like, and they have the sauciest player on that team in terms of personality is the fucking coach. Giannis is a great personality. Dame is a great personality. So I mean, Milwaukee, yeah, they get talked about for sure. But I mean, nah, Denver. I still got PTSD from watching them. Like that offense was fucking a well-oiled machine. That offense was wow.
They were saucy as hell. I mean,
Dude, they were flawless. Like I saw the Heat, the Lakers throw everything they had, barely scratched them. Barely scratched them. So yeah, no, I think like I said, in the East, we talk about the West. I think Denver's still the favorite. How could they not be?
you know what I find so comical? I don't know if you saw it was like the GM polling that came out today. You know, when they asked all the GMs and who's going to be MVP, who's going to be coach of the year,
Yep,
whatever.
yep, yep.
Who was going to win the championship? It was Milwaukee, Denver. I think they were tied,
Yeah, they were
and,
tied like 33%.
and Boston. And then every freaking year, the Clippers, 4%.
Don't
Who the
fucking,
fuck
don't fucking.
is picking the Clippers? What are we talking? Paul George and Kawhi just don't play. And you got them winning the championship? What are you talking
The
about?
media, dog, there's some type of fascination with that team. Ever since Kawhi got there, they've been like one of the most liked teams. They give them every year a chance when, like you said, they don't even play. We don't even have game tape to fucking judge.
What I think about too, this is like Tyler's what, third year, fourth year?
Yeah.
And he's just there. Like he's having problems with them. He
He's stressed the fuck out dealing with them too.
he's like age 10 years being there.
They say that they're both super healthy coming into the season. So I mean,
Say last year and the year before and the year
and now that the NBA is tightening up on that load management.
do you think that does anything? What is it, 65 games?
Oh, I think that does a lot. I think it was necessary because it was starting to affect business, starting to affect bottom line. But you telling me the Clippers couldn't even stay healthy with load management? So you take that away and they're supposed to stay healthy? Nah, hell no. Nah. Hell no. Nah.
I think it should have been a little stricter. I think they should have like
What's the rules? You gotta what is it?
if you pretty much if you if you want to win awards, I think it is, you have to play at least 65 games. So like all NBA,
Oh,
you know,
okay. So
you-
they did a few things.
yeah, I mean, I thought it should have been a little bit higher to make, give me 70 games. I think I would have been all right with other
I saw like
not injured. But then that's another loophole they can do. Oh no, he was injured. He didn't just sit.
you can't sit more than one star for rest, or you or on it's like something like that where you something with like a primetime game and an all-star, something like that. They made a rule too. I
Okay.
can't tell you exactly what it is now, but it seems like they have a whole package in play for that.
Okay.
So we'll see. Last thing I wanted to talk about, this wasn't even on the docket, but I saw two fucking freak show tarantula aliens battle it out
Yeah.
yesterday. And everyone's talking about Wemby, rightfully so. Rightfully so. I mean, of course. But Chet is like let's say Wemby's like a 1A, Chet is like a 1B in terms of freak alien over 7 foot moves and shoots and passes and dribbles. Chet looked really good too.
Yeah. That was really cool to see both of them. Did he dunk on him or just like kind of?
Wemby,
Yeah. Was it a dunk on? It wasn't a dunk on, was
yo,
it?
they were battling. I
That was
one
yeah.
thing, the thing that I was impressed with Wemby, I've already the gameplay is fucking. It's just it doesn't make sense. But his attitude, his aggression, I'm like, oh,
He'll
you got
talk.
that dog?
Yeah, he'll talk shit. I like that too. Yeah.
You flexed? Okay, I like that. I like seeing that because I thought he was soft on some friend shit. I mean, no offense, but that was just my judgment. Like, I'm sorry, but nah, he seemed like he wants that. He wants that smoke.
Yeah. I'm
But man,
funny how Chet is kind of forgotten because he played nothing
exactly.
last year. He could have probably came back after a couple of months, but they rested him. And I mean, with the NBA, everything everybody's an asset, and they if
Yeah,
they consider you, they will. And he learned, he's learning, he learned, and now he's about to apply it on the court. I'm
yeah.
sure
I
he picked
think
the body up. I'm sure he got stronger. I'm
yeah,
sure he
yeah.
better. I mean, he's in the NBA now. He has NBA, you know,
Experience.
NBA experience and NBA connections.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
can't
man.
wait.
No, I can't wait. They look very promising, and it's just weird. Like you got like they're just too tall. Like it's just never been seen, bro. It's just it's a new age. It's just a new thing.
Yep. Yep.
So yeah, man. But that's all I had, for today's episode. Did you have anything else you wanted to add?
Um, what do we one quick thing? What do the 2023-2024 Lakers look like? What happens with them? Mr. Glass and Father Time. What happens?
Hmm. I think they improved this year.
Yeah,
I think they'll be a better team than they were last year. I don't know. I don't see how they get to the finals though. I don't see how they beat Denver. I don't they I guess they could. I think last year LeBron was injured after he broke the scoring record, all that shit. I think he the whole rest of the year he was injured, I think. So a healthy LeBron, I'm not even gonna say healthy AD because that does those two words don't go together.
match in the sentence.
Um, but they should be top three in the West, I think.
Yeah. I really I don't know myself, but they'll
Right.
be playoff Knicks. I just seeing what they've been through the last couple of years and I don't know. There's something to me when I watch them play that AD's just sick of this life. I just he just doesn't look like he wants to be there.
Yeah,
And I
man.
just like I don't want to be in LA, or I don't want to be in the spotlight anymore. But that's the vibe I see from his face and his reactions.
It's just
Except,
everything with that team is like such a struggle. Like everything is so difficult for them. And that's just the part that concerns me because when you see Denver, man, it's smooth. It's
it's
easy. It's chill. But when you see the Lakers, it's like, oh, this is going on. So much drama and
Lake
it's
Show.
it's just a lot of noise. A lot of noise. And I think it affects them on the court. But hey, LeBron, year 21 loading. God damn, bro. Hey, I'm sorry. He's not done no time soon. Unless he wants to. Unless he wants to. But performance-wise, he could go another 5. I promise you.
Five?
Yes.
Come on, man. Come
Bro, he just averaged 38 and 8. Again, his whole career, he's averaged the same thing.
on. Shit. I mean,
Another 3, at minimum 3.
nah. Uh, we-
This year
yo,
and 2 more?
every year his injury risk goes up.
But the
Every year he gets
stats
some.
are the same.
No. I get it, but is his body gonna let
I
him?
see what you mean. That makes sense. That makes sense.
I get it, and I agree with you. He's still. I mean, he was what assist leader 2 years ago. He's
Yeah.
still doing it, and it's incredible. For
Yeah.
anybody to deny what he has done and what he's still doing, you're it's just it's insanity. But is his body gonna let him, because he's actually gotten hurt? We think
He,
of him because for so long he was
he's
Iron Man,
gotten injured every year since he's been with the Lakers.
right? And we're in what is this, year 4 or 5?
And he got injured every year with the Lakers, and he never got injured with the Cavs or the Heat.
Never. This guy was impeccable.
You
So
might be
now
right, man.
could it be? And I also believe they do injuries as resting. I do believe they do that. So
Yeah,
if
for sure.
someone were to tell me that, I wouldn't be surprised. So maybe some of it could have been, oh, this is a 2-week injury, but we want to keep you out a month.
Yeah, for sure.
You are 40 years old now.
Man. Yeah, if his body permits, I could see him doing this. I could see him doing some Brady shit, to be real. Like, bro, I think Brady could have played again this year if he wanted to. If he wanted to. Like, those guys really push the boundaries. Those guys really push any perception of reality of what you think an NBA player is supposed to be, how long. Like they make their own reality, if that makes sense. But
Yeah,
I mean, we'll know for sure one more year after this one, so he could play with Bronny. Maybe he won't play with him on the same team, but he definitely wants to be in the league while he's in the league.
you think that happens?
You know, I heard a really interesting comment from LeBron that said, "Yeah, that's what I want, but I don't know if that's what Bronny wants." And people never think about that because I'm sure him being the junior, him having the same name, playing basketball, he might want to do his own thing. He might want to carve his own path. He might not want to be on the team with dad.
Yeah, but
But for sure, just seeing them in the league together, it's gonna be fucking awesome. Awesome.
yeah, I agree.
Yeah. But that's all, man. That's all I gotta say. Thanks you guys one more time. We hit, we hooped, we did that. Catch y'all boys next week. Any final words, Ty?
No, sir. Have a good night, my man.
All right, bro. I'll catch you.
All right,
Real.
I'll let you.